Hi, my name is Sherry Graham, and I blog at sherrygraham.com. And actually, this is my second take of doing this video. The first time I forgot to record, so I'm going to go ahead and just do this again so I can have the video, so I can put it on my site. But welcome, each of you. And I'm not sure if we're going to have any more joining us live, but welcome to our to this video. I'm excited about using Blab. I'm excited about using it to encourage you to be intentional as a homeschool mom, as a wife, as a mother. So many things that we can do to make our lives, to live a life of purpose. And that is what I want to encourage you in. So just a little bit about me. I'm a homeschool mom of 5. I've homeschooled all of my kids. One has graduated already, and I also blog full-time. Well, not full-time. I blog whenever I have time at sherrygraham.com. I blog on topics of homeschooling, homemaking, healthy eating, making healthy meals, and maybe some on home business. And I love blogging. I love encouraging moms, and I'm looking forward to using video as a way to reach out and to encourage moms even more. And what I'm really excited about are not only will these videos be available on my website, but they will also include the audio. So you can download the MP3s. I may in the future consider doing like a podcast where the audios could be loaded to a podcast, so you'd have those available too in that way. So that may be something in the future, but for now, I'm just enjoying exploring video and my first time on Blab, and I'm excited to be here and to be encouraging you. My topic for today is on 5 things to do during your homeschool break week. Now, before I get started on that, I do want to explain a little bit how we have set up our homeschool schedule. I've always kind of done things a little bit differently, homeschooled, with taking more breaks, shorter summertime, and taking more breaks throughout the year. But this year I'm doing it even a little bit differently, and I am planning our homeschool in 6, sometimes 7, most of the time it's 6-week segments. So we homeschool 6 weeks, take a week off, and then homeschool another 6 weeks. And so far, I'm loving it. I'm not only loving it because of the homeschool, the way it's affecting our homeschool, but I'm loving it because I'm also not just planning our homeschool for that segment of time, but I'm also planning everything else that goes on in our life. Projects I want to get done, things I want to do. If I have cards I want to send, letters I want to write, people I want to minister to, homemaking tasks I want to accomplish, crafts I want to work on, Christmas planning I want to get done, lots and lots of things. And what I'm finding is that when I plan all of these areas of my life in short segments of time, it makes it more doable for me and less overwhelming, and I tend to get more done. I don't know about you, but when you have a to-do list that's a mile long, a lot of times you just look at it, feel overwhelmed, put it down, and go do something else. And so by planning this way, it has helped not only our homeschool, but it's helped the rest of all the other areas of our life to feel more doable, where we can do this for 6 weeks. We can get these things done, and then we have a rest week. And so that is what I'm getting to today. These 5 things that you can do during your break week. Now, the first thing that we need to do is pray. And we need to take some time at the very beginning of the week to seek the Lord and ask Him what it is that maybe you need to focus on in your homeschooling, what each child needs to be focusing on more, what people that you may need to minister to, what projects you should be focusing on. Go to the Lord and seek direction from Him before you even start planning for the next segment of your homeschool or your life. Go to the Lord, spend time in prayer, and you won't regret it. So the first one is pray. The second is rest. Now, this is probably the best part and probably what most of us want to do the whole week, but it's something we need to do, and we need to take the time to do it, not feel guilty. Now, resting for you, it may be more than just kicking your feet up and reading a good book. It could be working on some craft projects. It could be working in your garden. Whatever brings you fulfillment, whatever rejuvenates you, those are the things to take some time to do. Maybe take a nap, go to bed early. Focus on really allowing your body and your mind and your soul just to rest. Have some breathing space. So very important. The temptation is going to be to fill up your week with busy stuff because, oh, I've got a week off. We're not doing homeschool. So we plan all of these other things. And we need to be real careful because that week is precious and it should be just as intentional as the other weeks. But it's a special week to take time away to rest, to prepare, to plan for the next segment. So be sure and take time to rest. Whatever that means for you, take the time. Don't feel guilty. You need it. So take that time. The next thing, so pray, rest. The third one is prepare. Now, this is what's probably going to take a little more time, maybe a day or two of your week, depending on how much you do. But there are 3 different areas that you should probably look at to prepare. If you're a homeschooler, you'll want to spend that week preparing your lessons, depending on what kind of curriculum you use, what your homeschool philosophy is. It could mean jotting down assignments for each of your kids on a calendar page, plotting out what pages you want them to do each day over the next 6 weeks or however long your segment is. It could mean making a list of the books you want to read. Whatever your homeschool studies are, planning out just that 6-week segment. This has been a blessing to me because before I felt like I needed to record or to plan out the whole year at a time. And then when we'd get behind, and then it was like, then everything was all messed up. And then I tended just to kind of throw in the towel and say, oh, we're totally off schedule. We just won't do it today. So when you plan in 6 or 7 week segments, it gives you the flexibility to adjust and to reschedule, to replan things, and to be more flexible. And I love that. So the first thing to prepare is do some homeschool planning for the next 6 weeks. The next thing is maybe catch up on some housework projects. I know when you're homeschooling, a lot of times your days are full. You don't have the extra time to do big cleaning projects. So maybe this would be a week to spend part of a day, cleaning the deep freeze or washing the windows or whatever, I think sometimes we have projects around the house that just kind of bother us. And when we have the time, if we make the time just to go ahead and get that project done, we feel so much better. And those are the projects I want you to focus on. Do not make a huge list and feel like you have to get everything done that week just because you have a week off school. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just pick one thing, and just get that done. And you'll feel good that you got something accomplished, and you can move on to your next segment of your homeschool schedule and feel like you've gotten something accomplished to take care of your home. So plan your homeschool, do something extra around the house. And the last area is doing some freezer cooking. Now, lots of things you could do here. There's breakfast items like muffins, waffles, pancakes, baked oatmeal, all those things freeze really well. You can make those ahead of time, put them in the freezer, and you've got breakfast, even if you just plan out a couple days a week that you pull something out of the freezer, it frees you up and takes some stress off of your homeschool week. You can even do main dish meals, do some freezer crock-pot meals where you load up your meat and veggies in Ziplocs and with some broth and seasoning, and you're ready to go. Whatever it is, find some things that you can stick in the freezer, made up ahead of time, that you could just maybe spend part of a day doing. Find some easy things. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but just some easy things that would help lighten your load, make your day less stressful. So those 3 areas are 3 areas you can do some preparation in during your week off. But again, don't feel like you have to spend the whole week doing this. Just spend a day, spend a part of the day doing your homeschool planning, and a part of the day maybe doing some freezer cooking, and maybe get your husband to help on a Saturday or something and do that extra big cleaning project, whatever. But don't plan the whole week, okay? You need some time to rest, so don't be tempted. All right, so pray, rest, prepare. The 4th one is relationships. Use this week off to have time with your family and with friends. Use the time to spend some extra time with your kids, playing games, going to the park, just relaxing, hanging out together. Enjoy that time. Maybe there's a friend of yours, that you have been really wanting to spend some time with and haven't been able to. Use that week to invite him over, have a cup of tea, and just have some time talking, just relaxing together, enjoying the company. So relationships is the 4th thing you can do on your week off. The last one is structure. Now, the things that we're probably tempted to do on our week off, we think, I can do my agenda. I can just let the kids do whatever they want to do, and they'll be fine. But if your kids are like mine, if they don't have a plan, if they don't have some sort of structure to their day, then they tend to run around aimlessly many times and usually are pestering each other and getting in trouble. So what I would suggest is during those weeks off where you don't really have a set, homeschool schedule, go ahead and set up some blocks of time during the day. If you've already got some things scheduled, maybe during your time that you've scheduled to plan your homeschool, maybe that block of maybe 2 or 3 hours, maybe that could be movie time, and let them just pick a couple movies and have a little slumber party in the living room and let them watch movies while you plan your homeschool. Maybe it's taking a couple hours during the day and saying, okay, this is outside time. You guys can go outside and play games, ride bikes, whatever. Just have fun playing outside, getting some air and sunshine. It could be maybe take an hour block of time sometime during the day and read books together. I love our read aloud time in the afternoons, and, pick a fun book that week, maybe an easy one that you could get through in a week, and just enjoy spending that extra time with your kids. But use the blocks of time to kind of give your kids some structure so they kind of know how the day is going to go. And you wouldn't have to do the same block, the same schedule every day. You could kind of, depending on what your plans are and what you would like to get done that day, you can kind of adjust those blocks of time according to your schedule. But use the blocks of time to give your kids structure and you structure as well. Give them structure and then give them some freedom within that structure so that they have time to relax. They have time to do some fun stuff that they just want to do. Give them just a block of time of free time that they can just do whatever you want to do. Just have fun. They need that downtime too. Just like you need the rest time, they need some downtime too, and some time to do things that refresh and rejuvenate them as well. So those are the 5 things: pray, rest, prepare, relationships, and structure. So those are the 5 things I wanted to touch on that are things you can consider including in your week off. And again, I can't say enough how much I've enjoyed planning our homeschool this way. It's provided just what I needed to not overwhelm me and to provide the structure that I need to get done the things that I feel I need to get done and help me to be more faithful in doing what God's called me to do. So I think that's all I have to share today. I'm looking forward to sharing on more topics on my videos. And if you have any suggestions of video topics that you'd like me to cover or questions that you would like me to cover, feel free to email me or contact me on my website. My website again is www.sherrygraham.com. Feel free to contact me. Sign up for my newsletter list. I send out a newsletter every Saturday morning with lots of fun stuff that helps you to be intentional. I also, you can sign up and get my blog posts. Whenever I send a blog post out, I'd love to have you join me. I love encouraging you and helping you along to be intentional in all the areas of your life and trying to keep our balance. That's the hard part. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll look forward to this second time I recorded this now. I am recording it this time. So this will be available on my website, and hopefully the audio will be available as well. And I look forward to providing some more encouragement to you in the days ahead on different topics of homeschooling and homemaking, healthy eating. I've got lots of my readers who follow Trim Healthy Mama, and I look forward to sharing some of my tips and tricks and fun things with you on that as well. So thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to sharing more in the days ahead. God bless.